The ringing won't stop.
Security checking orders. Please stand by.
Welcome back to Skyman.
Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
The penetrator. Come on, look, because I always went the farthest into the target, goddammit. Libya, Tunisia, Lebanon, it was me, pal. I was always first in, last out.
This thing doesn't want to show itself. It wants to hide inside an imitation. It'll fight if it has to, but it's vulnerable out in the open.
Its blood was on the leaves.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
God, it is early in the morning. Why am I here? What am I doing here? Oh, hand me my coffee. Someone get me my blankie, my pillow, and my teddy bear. Ah, it's a Mexican Friday morning, people. It's a Mexican Friday morning. I don't know how you people get up this early. I don't know how this YouTube stuff works, but you're here stuck with me. But I am not alone. Josh, you pipe down there with your commentary. You settle down there. It's too early in the morning to start calling me a YouTuber. It's too early, people. Too early. Josh Project Storytime says only YouTubers have overly long intros. Well, fortunately, I am not a YouTuber, and this is not my channel. And ergo, henceforth, there be it all. Therefore, hence, ergo. I am not a YouTuber with a long intro, since I am not a YouTuber, and this is not my channel. But I'm not alone. I am joined by my big brother on the internet, Dave Bob, who, when I first came to Valhalla channel in the morning, welcomed me with open arms. For lo, if this man had not welcomed me with open arms to Valhalla, and I did not already know him from Doomcock, I probably would have turned, walked away, never to return again, and gone back to sleep like the tortilla farmer that I normally am when I'm in my teepee down by the river. Hello, Dave Bob.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. There's two non-YouTubers on today.
Yep. Two. Or as the Europeans do it, two. You know, I started doing this sometime this past year. Like, I never done that in my whole life. And sometime this year, like, because the Europeans go 1-2, right? We go 1-2, right? That's how. And did you know that? Like, I learned that from someone. Where the hell did I learn that? There was some movie. God, where the hell? What movie is it? They're German. They're Sicine. They're in the bar. Chat, help me out. This is, I don't know. Oh, look, Keely Chow is already making friends this morning when he says Mexican Ironman is not a YouTuber the same way the Oakland A's are not a good baseball team. Okay. So what that means is here's how we can use this information, Dave Bob. We know the Oakland A's are not a good baseball team. We know they suck.
Okay.
Yes, my great Oakland A's. Well, I don't know if they were ever great, but my delusionally great Oakland A's have sunk into some deep, deep, dark lows. These are what we call the dark medieval times of baseball. It's hard because I'm going through the mourning of the loss of the Oakland A's. On the flip side, they're going to Vegas, which I think is an awful, horrific discussion. But Dave Bob, you can't tell Mexican Ironman that his favorite team is going to Vegas and me not be a little bit excited about it.
Well, it's a lot closer now, isn't it?
Well, I don't know about, I guess the plane from South Carolina lands an hour earlier in Vegas than it would in California, but that's not the real issue. It's an excuse for Mexican Ironman to go to Vegas.
Oh, yeah. I have actually only been to Vegas one time in my life, and that was back in the mid-90s.
Wow. Chat, let's get the people going. Chat, I need you to vote. Give me a 0 if you think Mexican Ironman will not be a good boy. Give me a 1 if you think Mexican Ironman can go to baseball games to see his Oakland A's in Vegas and be a good boy. 1 for a good boy, 0 because you have 0 faith that Mexican Ironman will go to Vegas and not make bad life choices while he's watching the baseball game that weekend. Okay, let's see what the chat says. We'll put it out to a vote. Okay, let's see.
I'm just going to have to say I don't think Mexican Ironman will ever behave. He may be on his best behavior, but even that is not behaving.
A Dega Outlaw stands with Mexican Ironman. Ironcaster has little faith. Beer Beard Whiskers gives me a 9. I don't know what that means. I think it's 9 times 1. I don't know. Wow. 0 from Decepticon. Chris Persia, 0. Mike from Pacific 414 believes in Mexican Ironman. So does Keely Chow. So does Josh Hammond. Bear Beard says no. Wop, no. Let's see. Mexican Iron Man. I am from Michigan, and 3 or 4 pro sports teams here have broken records for losing the most consecutive games. Oh, well, we just broke a record ourselves. This is the most that we've ever lost in one season. Josh says 42. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's for
That's the
baseball.
answer to everything in the universe.
Oh, Zero Faith from Soul Assassin. Southern Viking is voting ominously, omnipotently. Whatever.
Well, he's probably closer to the truth than any of them.
Right. So is Dean Krantz. I think they're voting more with what I will do once I get there. Uh-oh. Grim believes. Grim has faith. Josh, not so much. All right. Well, that's a sad story of my Oakland A's. I don't know how we got on that topic. Oh, Keely Chow was talking smack in the chat. That's how we got that. I'm not awake yet, people. Can you tell? Oh, people are asking, where's Loki? Well, Loki, as we know from the show yesterday or the day before, had to go to the doctor to get he had some kind of cyst in his arm or something that had to get drained or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, so he now has to go back to the doctor this morning at 7 in the morning. Now, there's a chance he will still be here. One of two things have happened this morning. He had to go back for a checkup at 7 a.m. And basically, they're telling him that he's got to like get some kind of surgery in his arm and get this whole thing like, extricated out. Kind of like this dumbass movie that I saw that Doomcock made me watch called Where Eagles Dare, where they have to go to Germany to free some supposed general. Anyway, Loki's at the doctor this morning, 7 a.m. Texas time, which is 8 a.m. Eastern time, seeing the doctor. And one of two things has happened. Either A, he's walked out the door and he's going to be at the show any minute, and he's got an appointment to go back, or B, he is getting it done, and he may or may not be back.
Daga says he just got out and he's doing good.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe he'll be here and save me so I can go back to bed. I don't know. Maybe he will. But until then,
crawl back in bed, folks. I wonder who's waiting in there for him.
Nobody today. Nobody. I'm being a good boy, Dave Bob. Okay, so Mom's in town visiting. I am being such a good boy.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as Mom's there, I'll trust you.
Yeah, because Lord knows we're not introducing Mom to anyone I've dated in South Carolina. That's for sure. Mexican Iron Man, what few dating choices he's made in South Carolina, Mexican Iron Man has not made the best of choices, as we know from this channel. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But 2024 is a new year. Mexican Iron Man has had a talk with himself, Dave Bob. You get down now we're switching into a big brother. Okay, everybody in the chat, you are now going to get some insight into the Mexican Iron Man psyche.
This right here was his New Year's resolution, folks.
One of them.
Yeah, one of them.
All right. So, and Dave is like Dave Bob here is going to be like the psychotherapist, and he's going to lead me as we share this with 40 of our friends here on this morning channel. Okay. So, Dave Bob, I said to myself, big brother, that now it's time for Mexican Iron Man to make what we will call improved life dating choices.
Okay. We'll put that in column 1.
Mexican Iron Man pick up on the girl that works in the retail line at Target and take her out on various weekends.
Mike, you've got a lot of static.
Oh, wait, hold on. My mic's off. Try that now. I knocked my sound box. Better?
Yes.
All right, sorry. I kicked it with I have this little box over to the right, and sometimes I kick the mic cable out that's connected to this, and then it doesn't know what to. Anyway, so Mexican Iron Man has decided to make better life choices with his dating, and this is a year I think I should settle down.
Okay.
Mexican Iron Man is tired of the Tony Starko Mexican lifestyle.
Wow.
Mexican Iron Man has decided that he must shed his frivolous dating ways. And Mexican Iron Man has decided that with all the success I've had in life, money, and now more recently health, Shout out to Adega Outlaw and Latino Slant. Thank you very much to those two gentlemen for getting me on a path of without Adega and without Paulie from Latino Slant, I would have stayed a 284-pound dude who could barely walk and probably would have been addicted to drugs and simultaneously on the verge of a heart attack or a stroke. But thanks to Adega Outlaw and Latino Slant, Mexican Ironman has been on the road to recovery for the last couple of years. Anyway, with success in health, success in money, success in life, Mexican Ironman has decided that he must settle down and share this success in order to find true love and happiness in 2024.
How do you feel about that?
Yep. Well, kind of feels like I'm at a group support meeting and I just walked into my, kind of feels like a 12-step program. Yeah.
Well, we're not going to make you, tell all of your past sins. So we'll just skip over that part and go.
Yeah. We Mexican Ironman. Let's just say if Dave Bob were a priest and I had to go to morning confession on Loki's Mornings of Mischief, we might be here for a while. We might. Let's just put it this way, everybody. Dave Bob in chat. If Mexican Ironman had to go to confession this morning and Dave Bob's a priest, let's just say everybody in the chat probably should bring some camping gear and an overnight sleeping bag.
You better be ready to say a whole lot of Hail Marys.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Let's just put it this way. We're not buying our rosary down at the catechism store like in the box. We're buying some rosaries by the case. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be one of them kind of. Yeah.
He's gonna look like he was at Mardi Gras in New Orleans with all the rosaries hanging off of him.
Right. What will Critical Drinker do when Mexican Ironman steals Tatiana from him? Mexican Ironman is not stealing Tatiana. Is Tatiana Critical Drinker's girlfriend's name? Yeah, she is. That's right, from the videos. That's right. Ironcaster says Sasha and Mike Roach will be thrilled to hear you're ready to settle down. Sasha, the puppet, Sasha.
I'm not going there.
You're not going there?
No. Anything that has Mike Roach in it, I'm just gonna leave that where it sits.
Southern Viking says an 8-hour stream. Well, let's just put it this way: since StreamYard has an 8-hour maximum on live streams, we would have to have multiple live streams, and then we would have to forward our viewers from live stream to live stream, so we could get to at least 24 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I don't know if I can sit through that long, Mikey. I don't know if I have that much endurance.
Yeah, that much what?
Endurance, just to be able to sit there and listen to that for like 12 hours or 14 hours or 24 hours or 48 hours or.
It would be an entertaining live stream.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've got some dating stories like from over my lifetime. I have had what we will call a prolific career as a single.
I can imagine. I got married when I was like just very shy of 22 years old, and I have a bunch of prolific dating stories from just that short time.
Right. How long y'all been together?
And next month it'll be 44 years.
Holy crap, 44 years. Me and my ex, Max's mom, my 10-year-old's mom, me and her didn't even last 48 months.
It was not meant to be. It was just not meant to be. But having that precious.
Oh, we got a super chat.
Child.
Oh, we got a super chat. Blood Guilty Gaming, $5. Hey, Blood Guilty Gaming is from Echo Base Network. Hey, what's up, buddy? Let me read the super chat. Hold on, I gotta make it bigger. Mike, I hope you didn't take my super chat on EBN the wrong way. I knew you would give us an honest answer. Love you, bro. Love you too, Blood Guilty. No, here's I probably reacted a little strong and harsh for two reasons. One is that every channel I go to, there's just a ton of stuff about Cameron and Melvin and other crap. And it just gets annoying over time. I mean, but it goes back to the second thing, which is Loki's discussed many times, which is that not to toot my own horn too much, but I'm going to toot my own horn too much. I know more about everything, every battle that has raged for the last 6 years on YouTube in particularly the last 4 years, but I know more than any of you online ever will know, and almost more than and more than almost any other YouTuber knows, related to all of these conflicts that have happened on social media between all of these channels. And I guess I'm the conciliator of everyone because everyone trusts me. And so do you.
That's what I was about to say. Everybody goes to Mike with their gripes, complaints, and whatnot because Mike doesn't judge.
Nope. Nope. I don't judge. I do listen though. I listen. And I find out for myself. And the other thing I do is I don't lie at all from my perspective. So if I say something, if I say it's this way, it's based on all the information I have that it's this way. If I find out more information that's really this way, well then I'll go that way. But and say those things. But the thing is I listen a lot. I don't jump to conclusions, and I get my evidence in order. And I don't jump to I don't jump to hate. It's very easy on YouTube for people to hate each other in social media. It's very easy. When social media came out years ago, I thought it was the stupidest ass, dumbest thing that would ever happen in society. This is going back to 2000 and say about 2000 and let me think 2006, 7, 8, before the real estate market crash when it first emerged, and then definitely in 2009, 10, 11. That's for sure. But no, Blood Guilty Gaming, all good. I appreciate you asking me. I will give you I'll give you a straight answer. One of the reasons I joke around about me not being a YouTuber is because I don't get into all this YouTube drama crap. That's one of the reasons why I say I'm not a YouTuber, because there's nobody or nothing can ever stop me from talking to someone else. They have to do it themselves. So for example, here, I'll give you an example. I'm still a member of Eric July's channel, have been for years. I'm still a member of Ethan Van Sciver's channel, which was one of the first memberships I've had. I think I've had that membership for 4 or 5 years, something like 40 months at least, if not 50. Probably 50 at this point. I don't know. I haven't looked. They got into a fight. They don't talk. I don't even know the details. I don't even fucking care. What I do know is I like both of them, and my membership stands behind both of their contents. I will tell you this. I don't have a burning desire to watch either one of their live streams or any of their videos anymore, like I used to do religiously all the time. But they have done that. They chose to do that. By them deciding to fight with each other for whatever reasons, legitimate or not, made me less interested in following and watching their content. But I still support them and love them both.
Anytime you have something like that happen, I mean, that's a losing game for everybody.
Uh-oh, Blood Guilty's busted. He's been a member for 6 months. His boss just gave him a sour look, leaving the chat. Busted. All right, well, when he hears the replay, Blood Guilty Gaming, I'll see you on Echo Base Network tomorrow afternoon, buddy. By the way, I hope you heard the replay. I'm actually glad he sent me that super chat on Echo Base Network. He asked me about this Cameron and blah, 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 Melvin crap, so I just let her rip, but that's how I am. And I know more information than anybody about anything, so I just do. You guys have no idea. The entertainment that you guys get on these YouTube channels does not compare to the crap that really happens behind the scene with all of these channels and with each other before all of them. So I'm going to give my favorite skull to Blood Guilty Gaming, which is
Spartans! What is your profession?
woohoo! Thanks for the membership and thanks for the super chat. Those super chats keep the fires burning strong in Valhalla, and on some mornings provide coffee.
That's the only thing that gets me going in the morning. That's the first thing I head for whenever I get up, a cup of coffee.
Yep. I mean, I'm glad you welcomed me here. Me standing by all these YouTubers when they'd fight with each other. Like, for example, look, I'll give you one. Let's talk about Doomcock for a second. I love Doomcock. Doomcock is my brother. I know him as well or better than anybody. Almost, let me think. I probably know him as well as there's maybe only 1 or 2 people I can think of right now off the top of my head. One of them being Gary Ambrosia, that probably knows him better than I do, or as well. And Doomcock's never asked me to pick He knows that I talk to everybody, including people that don't like him. He's never done that, not once, which I could have done. But I'll tell you who doesn't like it is some of the people in Doomcock's chat. There's some people in Doomcock's chat that I know don't like me, and they don't even watch the Wednesday show because I appear on it and they can't stand me. And Doomcock won't, Doomcock will always has me on Wednesday because he likes having me on. But there's a lot of people in this chat that only show up on this Friday shows or specialty shows. And I know that they don't show up on Wednesday. And how do I know this? Because when all these YouTubers decide to fight with each other, the FNT stuff, the Doomcocks and all that stuff, I try to talk sense into all of them. And I kept all of them as friends one way or the other. And so when I went back to Doomcocks that following week or two, from weeks and weeks and weeks, people were giving me hell in this chat. And he and most of his wrenches stood by me. Not all, but most. So. But thank God you were here when I got here, buddy. Thank God a familiar face was in Valhalla welcome me all those years ago. How many years has it been? 5 years now? 4 years?
Oh, man. 2017 sometime. I guess that's been what, 6 years almost?
Shit. Wow.
2017 maybe. I don't know. It's been a long time. I found Doomcock shortly after, the very first episode of STD, aired. That was back in, I believe that was the end of 2016. And then after that, I met Loki, and then we started hanging out. And then I met you over at Doomcocks, and there it is. It's been going ever since.
I think you're right. I think it was 17 because that summer, the year after in 2018, is when I recorded the Doomcock video at Disneyland, where I got into the park early.
Yeah, I remember when you went undercover the first time.
Dude, that was so much fun. That was so much fun. And I took a date so she could carry my camera. And I had a couple of employee interviews that Doomcock didn't want to air. I actually got a couple of employee interviews. So I ended up, he didn't want to air them because I couldn't, like, you could tell who they were. And back then his technology was limited, so he couldn't really like black them out. It was before he started doing the Mickey thing, with the and all that stuff. So, but I reported on what they told me. That was my first experience with Doomcock was right. Because he was reporting that Galaxy's Edge wasn't a success, that there wasn't a lot to do, yada, yada, yada. And he was catching hell for being a lying sack of shit. And I'm like, I just hit him up. I'm like, bro, my family has annual passes. I'm in LA for the next 3 weeks. Let me know if you want me to go in. I'll find out the truth. And then my sister was an annual pass holder, had some friends that actually worked there that I got to know. And they met with me on the down low. And I got like ushered in early that morning. They're like, you just have to like leave and come back in at the regular start time, and so that you can get scanned or whatever. Anyway, that was fun.
Yep, that was back when Doomcock was really first getting started, before he got really big.
Yeah.
When I first started watching Doomcock, it was, like I said, he'd only been on like a couple of months, at the time. And, he just hit a chord with me, because I could not stand what they were doing with Star Trek at the time.
Yep. Ghost Rider says he doesn't do hearsay. Nope. Gary says Swiss Ironman. Yep. Mexican Swiss Iron Mexican.
That's a mouthful.
Exactly. There's some shit talking in the chat. Chris Person, Mikey, those that don't like you, I'm really the husbands of the many mills you've conquered. Don't pay attention to that. Hey, you know what? Chris Persia, you stop that right now. Freaking stuff. Soul Assassin says, undercover Mexican, finding the truth one window at a time. No windows at a time.
Mikey has never actually went out of a window when the window was down. I'll just put it that way.
Right. Mikey has never gotten out of a window when the wind. Wait, what?
He doesn't like the sound of breaking glass.
You want to hear something funny? When I was in high school, Amy Milano was my high school girlfriend. I used to sneak out of my window at night to go visit her at night so we could like make out. This was like was it junior high or high school? Let me think. When did I hook up with Amy Milano? Was that in the 8th grade or 9th grade? 8th grade. Yeah, 8th grade. And then I did it for 3 years. 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. Yeah, I did it for like 3 years. By the time I had a car, then I didn't need to do it anymore. And I just sort of did it. So yeah, I would push my dude. I was such a sneaky sneak. And like I would like so I would go out my window in high school. So I would go out my window, but I would like make my bed look like I was still in it in case my mom like peeked in or something like that. Cause put all that stuff, just like a prison break. And I go out the window in the backyard. I jump over the back fence that got me into the local elementary school, and then I go all the way around the block. And then I would pick up my bike that I had left on the side of the house and like a covertly grab my bike on the side of the garage or the front of the house. And then I would ride off in the middle of the night to go see Amy Milano and visit with her. At first, it started at making out, and then things got a bit more
Oops.
frisky.
Did he say that out loud?
Frisky.
Yeah, that's it. Frisky.
Frisky. Yep. And then I got older, and then I got my driver's permit. So I started this pattern early. So then what happened? Then I got my driver's permit. Was it 14 and a half or 15 and a half? I guess I was 15 and a half because you can legally drive at 16. But here's the thing. My aunt, when on my 14th birthday, was it my 14th or 13th? It was like sophomore year of high school or freshman year of high school. Anyway, so she gave me early her 280ZX, her Datsun 280ZX sports car.
Cool car, man.
Dude, it was a cool car. Can you imagine being like 12 years old and having a freaking Datsun 280ZX? Dude, it was a shit. I was either 12 or God, why can't I remember? Was it 8th grade or 9th? I think it was 9th grade she gave it to me. Anyway, so I had a 280ZX. I learned to drive when I was 12. She took me and she says, look, I'm going to give you this car. I know it's not legal. You can't go anywhere with it, but I'm going to teach you how to drive. And then you'll have this car when you start driving in a couple of years. I mean, I was 12. I think I needed a learner's permit I think I had to be 15 and a half. So this was like Santa came super early and it was a blue pinstripe Datsun 280ZX. It was freaking badass for the time. That's basically like someone giving you a Ferrari or a Japanese Ferrari back in the day. You know what I mean? You remember the Datsun 280ZX?
Oh yeah, that thing was.
Here, I'm going to bring up a picture. Let's show the people what we're talking about here. Let me look it up.
Was it the 260 or the 280?
280. Let me see if I can find the one with the same color here. Images. See if I can find one that looks exactly like it. Oh, found one. Here we go. Oh, shoot. Did I screw up my mic again? Does mic sound okay?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. I found one. Everybody, you're about to see Mexican Ironman's first ride back in the day when he was but a mere lad. Let me see if I can find one that's the same color of blue. Is this it? No, that's a die-cast model. We want an actual car. All right, here we go. Share screen. Okay, let's go there. And it looked like this. Hello? Why isn't it working? Stop. This. That one right there. There you go.
Man, that's a cool car.
Yep. That's what Mexican Ironman was rocking back in the day. So my junior high, you know what? Now I remember. I got it at the beginning of 8th grade. No, I got it at the end of 8th grade going into the summer. That's when I got it. That's why I can't remember when it was. So I was in the, yeah, that's what it was. Yep. It had like felty type seats. How groovy is that? Groovy.
Wow. Too bad it wasn't leather.
Well, Mexican Ironman will take what he can get. Groovy. Yeah, so my junior high school was literally a straight shot down the street. So that summer before high school, when I'd go to, do stuff with my friends, literally I would drive the car straight down the street Like it's about 2 miles type of thing. Like, you go down the street and I come right back. So it's like I was never really on the highway, never saw a stoplight or whatever. But this was my first ride. I got this from my aunt, 280ZX. Is that pimp or what? It even had a little bra cover on the front, in black. Mexican Iron Man, early on in his life, knew what a bra was. Doing the important research that would carry on later in his life. Yeah.
Got to start early.
Yeah. Got to start early. All right, let's see what the chat's saying. Let's go back to the chat. Let's see what they're saying this morning. Bearbeard Whisker says it's a chick mag. Oh my God, it was. Adega, the very first Taco Mobile, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it was. Then from that, I moved to a B2 Mazda B2000 pickup.
Man, I started driving in a 1963 Chevy Bel Air 4-door. Then I went to a 1964 Ford Falcon. And then I went to a 1969 Camaro Super Sport.
Oh, I like that car. That car was badass. Right?
Oh yeah, at the time, that big old 396 cubic inch engine, that was a go getter back then.
Josh is talking smack. Got to start early is also Hollywood's MO. Okay, you zip it, buddy. You had two consenting minors at the time, which shouldn't have been consenting to anything, but such as the ways of crazy, wacky kids in East San Jose. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, LA always had the car culture. I mean, that's pretty much what they're known for, is the car culture. Everybody down there, is into cars.
Then my next vehicle was a Mazda B2000 mini truck. Do you remember those?
Oh yeah.
I got in an accident. I almost died in a Mazda B2000 pickup.
Well, I remember when everything back then wasn't called Nissan; it was called Datsun.
That's right.
I had I can't even remember the daggum year it was, but it was a Datsun pickup truck, one of the, the first really small pickup trucks.
Uh-huh. And
I drove that thing probably for years and years. I also had a 1953 Ford pickup truck that I restored, had a V8 in it, 289. I love that old truck.
So this is Mexican Iron Man's Mazda B2000. And now mine was lowered, but it wasn't lowered this much. This is a little bit too much. But this is what I rolled in high school with. So what happened with the Datsun 280ZX is that Auntie gave it to me, but my mom didn't like the fact that it was a sports car and it was fuel injected and all that stuff. So she said I needed to get something more normal. So when I finally got, and I'd had the car for a while. So when I got to high school, into my sophomore year, I saved up enough money. Mom gave me the down payment. I paid for the rest with my DJ money. I made money as a DJ back in the day. Like that was my first job. I started in 8th grade. I started a DJ service with an 8-track cassette tapes, and then I got saved up enough money, and I got turntables, and I was spinning records. 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, and then at the end of 10th grade, I bought this thing, and I lowered it. It had a pinstripe. It had rims just like this. And this is what I rocked throughout high school and took to Stanford with me when I went to Stanford University. Unbelievably, Dave Bob, when I rolled up at Stanford and the first day of school, unbelievably, not a lot of students with a Mazda B2000 mini truck lowered with dice on the rear view mirror.
That's strange.
Right? Right?
Very strange.
And I had a custom stereo system in this bad boy, including 4 12-inch subwoofers that were in the back of the cab because I had a cover for the cab, like a black leather cover with snaps on it.
Oh, yeah.
Underneath that, I had 12-inch woofers, 4 of them. So when I went by, it would be like boom, 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 dun, 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 dun. That annoying stereo that people, that car guys have when they drive by that sounds like static.
When you feel it in your chest, you just feel the vibration in your chest.
Right. Right. And so then I would like have the windows down and it would be like boom, 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 look out weekend, cause here he comes. Look out weekends were made for fun with the Mexican. Boom, 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 boom. That's how I rolled into Stanford, and a bunch of white preppy rich fucks looked at me like I was like, let's just say this: Mexican Ironman was across when Mexican Ironman crossed the Stanford border. It looked a lot like today what we see on the news. Yep. Paulie says ghetto ass. Yep, bro. I rolled in there like boom, boom, like when I rolled into Stanford, I thought I was the man, and I took this mini truck. I drove it straight to my dorm. I was such a cocky, arrogant. Dave Bob, newsflash. Can you believe I was a cocky, arrogant asshole in my college days?
No, not you. You're such a non-cocky person. I can't imagine that would be the case.
I know, right? Right? I mean, Paulie will tell you. Paulie, can you imagine me being an arrogant, cocky, out of control a-hole that isn't the nice guy that I am today? Can you believe that at one point in my life I was just pure arrogance, like extract? I know. Shocking. Shocking. But there I was thinking I was a badass rolling into Stanford University on day one with this. Boom, boom. I'm like, I was 3.8 GPA. I was student by president. I was lettered in football. We almost won the championship that year. Life was good. I rolled into Stanford University with this thing. Day Bob. I parked in the red zone in front of my dorm. I unloaded my stuff from the back. Left my car.
And they towed it off.
No, but that could have happened. That's a good thing. So, boom, boom. I take all my stuff upstairs. I look down from the window so I can see my vehicle, my truck, down below in the red zone. And as I'm watching this happen, I see three limos roll into the parking lot, park around my car, and butlers jump out and literally drop off the kids that were going to college. It was at that moment that Mexican Ironman realized that he was broke as F and was not the pimp that he thought he was, because Mexican Ironman had to drive his lowered Mazda Mini B2000 mini truck to Stanford, and these kids got dropped off in stretched limousines with their parents and their butler, like I had seen on TV, on movies.
Trust fund kids.
Yes. It was at that moment that I suddenly, so I walked back down. I ran back down. I didn't walk. I ran down the stairs. I turned it off my stereo, turned down the volume, turned off the stereo, started the truck, moved it. I parked it. I was so embarrassed. I parked it all the way in the back of the parking lot.
And he never turned his stereo on again.
I never thumped that stereo on the Stanford University campus for all 4 years I was there that I had this truck. Nope. Nope. Latino slant, broke yet rolling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't have any of the airbags on it to make it jump, did you?
No, I did not do that. I've never been into that kind of thing. I just had it lowered. That's all. It was lowered so that, whenever it hit a bump, it would go like, here's Mexican Ironman reenactment of Mexican Ironman driving his Mazda B2000 mini truck that was lowered to the ground. Here we go. That is, and that's on flat surface, newly paved asphalt.
He only ground off about a half inch of the frame.
Yeah, worst day ever was when I was on the 101 and I kicked it up like to go extra fast. I hit the speed bump and both left tires like instantly punctured. Like I was going and they both the left tires and one went and we went because they popped from hitting the top thingy of the you know what I mean? The
Wheel well
pressure.
cover.
Yeah. They went pop pop. And I had two flats in like the same like second.
Yeah, I've had that happen to my wife one time. She decided she was going to drive and pull into a shop, and she was going about 30 miles an hour. And when she pulled in, she didn't notice that there was a rain gutter there for draining the street. And bam, bam, 2 ruined rims, 2 ruined tires.
Yep. We've got an update from Loki. No show tonight. There's no Friday night Loki show with Snow Dub. He got out of the orthopedic surgeon. They did a steroid shot and extracted the cyst on his wrist. He is doing okay. His left hand is completely numb. He'll be back online Monday, but disconnecting until then. He wishes everyone a very good weekend, and we, Loki, wish you a very good weekend. And glad you're on the road to recovery. And
get better, bro. Just rest. You need the rest right now.
He's on a steroid shot. Those aren't good, right? What do those do to you?
They basically they're supposed to stop inflammation, but I don't really know what other effects they have. I'm not a doctor. And I don't even play one.
But you did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
Oh yeah. I can't remember the last Holiday Inn Express I stayed in. I usually try to stay at the Marriott.
Yeah, I'm a Hilton kind of guy myself. Gun Bunny says, Mexican Ironman, tell Loki to rest and we will see him Monday. Loki, go to bed. Loki,
yep.
Go rest. Yep. So what do you got going on this weekend?
Right now, I don't have a whole lot. It's pouring down rain here. Normally, I would be out hunting this weekend, but
what do you hunt?
I usually hunt deer mostly. Sometimes we have a lot of feral hogs down here. What I really am looking to do now is to get me some type of a infrared scope or a thermal scope and go out there and try to cull some of those, because we just got, God, they just tearing the hell out of everything down here.
Okay, you know what? That's what we're going to do in 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, before the show, we we're talking about how I can see Dave Bob, because the date that Loki picked for his Valhalla meetup is not a good date for me. I'm increasingly realizing that time in October is just not going to be good this year. So, but I want to see Dave Bob anyways. I think that's what I should do. I should come out to your neck of the woods and we go hog hunting.
Well, it's going to have to probably be at night, because that's about the only time those suckers come out.
Yeah, that would be awesome. We'll do a nighttime hog hunt, but you got to what do I need to do that? I need an infrared. No, what do I need? What do I need to do this?
You need either an infrared or a thermal scope, and you can use a 223. That's fine. I mean, if you want to put it on your, just get you some of those hog hammer bullets, and you should be good to go.
So I can take any one of my ARs. I just swap out the scope and put on a thermal on it. Make sure it's zeroed right. What do we zero at? Do we zero at 100 or we zero at 50 or 40?
100 yards is fine. I mean, you're not going to miss anything. You're not going to miss a hog when you're shooting up to 200 yards with a 100-yard zero.
Shockwave says I need something bigger than a 5.56. So do I need a 308?
Well, you can kill them with a 5.56. I mean, like I said, you need something like the hog hammer. Now, if you want to go bigger, 308's great.
All right, so because I need an excuse. I need an excuse to get a 308. So I was thinking of getting an AR-10 and 308 with a 20 or 24 inch barrel length. What do you think?
Oh yeah. Well, I wouldn't get. I would think about 20 inches would be plenty long enough, unless you're wanting to really go long distance. Then maybe 22. I've got a AR-15 with that is 6.5 Grendel. That's got a 22-inch barrel on it, and I can shoot targets all day long out to 600 yards.
You know what? Why am I even doing this? Why don't I just get out there? I'll buy all the bullets. I'll get me my own scope, my own thermal scope, and I'll put it on one of your guns and shoot your guns, but I'll buy all the bullets. How about we do that?
That sounds good to me.
Because you got a 6.56 Grendel and you got a 308. You got all that shit. Why am I going to buy stuff to bring it when you already got it?
Well, my 308s are bolt actions, but I do have I have a 300. Let's see, I've got.
No, you know what? Shockwave says suggest a Beowulf. You only need to pick up a new upper for your AR. What the hell does that mean? I don't even know.
It means you can use the same lower. You can, like, if you want like a 6.5 Grendel, all you got to do is buy the upper. The upper is self-contained. You just pop the 2 pins out on the upper, put it on your lower. If you have a trigger that you like, you have a lower that you're used to.
I do that now. I got a lower that I really like, and I swap out in between my 7.5 and my 10.5.
Yeah, that's
my truck guns. I have a short.
You can also swap calibers as long as it's good for the AR-15 platform. 6.5 Grendel. They've got the 6.8 SPC. They've got all kinds of different calibers.
Well, I can take my AR-15 lower, slap a 6.56 16-inch long or 20-inch long barrel on the top, and I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I think, and then put the scope on that bad boy for night hunt.
Yep.
All right, we got a plan.
Yeah,
he says the Beowulf is a 50 caliber.
The Beowulf, yeah, that's the big one.
Oh, God, I don't know. When I shot your 50, God, I thought
mine was the 458 SOCOM, which
whatever. Was that the one that almost took my arm off?
Yeah, the 458 SOCOM was the one that you shot that was pretty good thumper.
Yeah, you white people like thumping rounds.
Well, I told you it was, not that.
Oh, look,
bad.
we're joined by the sleeping slant.
The sleeping slant. He's not talking.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, Polly.
He's literally the sleeping. Oh, we got a super chat. Hold on, let's go over here.
Hey, what's up?
Morning. Blood Guilty Gaming for $5 says, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Blood Guilty. Loki, our prayers are with you. We will see you soon. You are Echo Base Network. And this poll is just for you. Let me see which one we should give. Let's give him this one. I like that one. That one's cute. Latino Slant. I'm sure Latino Slant is here because he wants to support the notion that it is impossible that Mexican Ironman could have in college been an arrogant, cocky asshole. Right? Look, right?
What do you mean could have? Can you hear me?
Yeah, but I'm waiting for that endorsement to support my position.
He looks puzzled.
Oh yeah,
he looks puzzled.
It's incredible. Like there's no way I could believe that. You're such a humble tortilla maker.
Yeah, shocking guy. It's shocking.
Shocking news here at the Valhalla.
Yep. You sound like I feel, like in terms of wanting to go back to bed.
I'm still lying down, dude. Except
I'm 3 hours ahead of you. I know, bro. You are like a machine. You are an efficient machine. I was shouting you out earlier in the show saying that if it wasn't for Adega getting me off the drugs and telling me to stop eating like shit, and you for making sure I didn't eat like shit and making sure I started moving, my health would be, I would probably be, have already had a diabetic stroke by now.
Yeah, man. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
No, I've literally have not gotten up. So I'm like, all right, send me the link. Do it for Mike.
Yeah. Team effort. Well, what you guys got going on? We're going to wind up the show. Wish everybody a good Friday and a good weekend. Paulie, what you got going on over at the Slant? You've been a video machine the last 3 weeks.
More sleep. You know what? I got an early access. I'm going to go see The Beekeeper tomorrow night.
Oh, really?
That new David Ayer, Jason Statham action movie. Yeah, that looks badass. I hope it's fun.
I hope it is. I hope it's better than John Wick 4.
You didn't like John Wick 4?
Oh, good God, no.
It was a little bit unbelievable.
Yeah, it was awful. Anybody like me and Dave Bob that actually handles, uses, and trains with firearms on a regular basis found that entire movie just ridiculously moronic.
You didn't like his little jacket, pew pew, jacket, pew pew,
No.
jacket, pew pew.
I didn't like his fire breathing shotgun either.
Oh, that was fun. That was fun.
Right. I don't
you
even
guys
know how they did that. Did they just load the ammo with Telluride or what?
I don't know, but what's his name? Chad, the director. He wants to do a Star Wars film. I'm like, dude, stay the F away. Don't do. He's like, then let me do a Star Wars film.
You don't want to taint your legacy with that.
No, not under the current regime.
Yeah.
I mean, that's never going to happen. They will never, these guys too masculine, too macho for that. But yeah, John Wick was fun. I mean, it was not like Equalizer 3 was incredible.
I enjoyed Equalizer 3.
Ghost Rider says that's a real shotgun round called the Dragon's Breath.
Yeah, it's a real thing. I looked it
up. I know what it is, but I don't think it's, as devastating as what they make it out to be.
Right. They fictionalized it and made it like but that's the movies. That's what's cool about that.
Yep.
It's definitely not realistic.
Well, bulletproof suits are just a little too far, in my opinion.
It was too much for you, Dave Bob.
Yeah.
I'll tell you which one was definitely too far for me. The fact that they're supposed to be afraid of some blind dude when they all got guns.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here with that bullshit.
There was remember the fight on the stairs?
Oh, get the fuck. Look, I know enough about Paulie. I know that Paulie, here's what Paulie would do. Paulie, who by the way is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Paulie would just do some chokehold or something, and within a split second, throw the mofo off the stairs, and we'd never see them ever again. That fight if that were on Paulie doing that instead of John Wick, that whole fight scene would have been done in 13 seconds with all those dudes.
Yeah, and I don't care how much bulletproof the cloth is in a suit. You go rolling down the stairs that many times, you broke every bone in your body.
Yeah, you break your neck. And it happened twice. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was pretty assaulting on the senses there. Like, I just saw a real fun action movie from India last night. That was pretty awesome.
Oh,
that was pretty awesome.
Those guys over there, they know how to make some good ones now.
I'm telling you, Dave Bob, they're just like, and you know what? Get this. They even have a little message about protecting women. Well, what do you know? You can do that when you're entertaining.
Maybe I should check that one out. The only thing that distracts me with some of these movies that are Indian is when we take a break to sing and dance sometimes. It just
well, yeah, they had there's a whole thing now that they're not doing that. So that there was no, it just depends on where the film is from. Like this filmmaker's from the South Indian, So they didn't have any song and dance in that one yesterday, which was good. They had songs, but they didn't break for the action to do a number. Yeah, no, this is a great story, man. I was like, whoa.
What's the name of the movie?
It's called Salar. SAL.
I've seen the previews.
AAR. I just put the review up, but it's a part one. Imagine that, a 3-hour movie. It's a part one. And it's basically about these two two buddies that make a pact when they're young. You know, that whenever I need you, I'm gonna call on you, and you're gonna be my army of one. And that's what this guy is. He's an army of one. It's just like, wow. Yeah, I was really impressed. I like this director. He's done some pretty, high octane flicks like already. So I mean, they're putting Hollywood to shame, dude. To shame.
That's not hard. That's not
Nope.
hard at all.
Nope. So anyways, I'm gonna see The Beekeeper this weekend, and we're yeah, that's it. I mean,
Sweet.
working on the channel, working on my stuff, having fun.
Awesome. Well, thanks for showing up, being here this morning. Thank you, Dave, Bob. Thanks to everybody. And Chad, we have hit the top of the hour. It is time to call this a day, and in some cases for Mexicans to go back to bed, and that would be me and Polly.
Yeah. See y'all later, folks.
Take care, Dave, Bob.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Valhalla.
These videos are tremendous.
Valhalla.
Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.